Implementation of the Digital Silk Road by 2025, 5 key phases in $10 billion investment across 6 countries. Overview. The implementation of China's Digital Silk Road DSR is poised for significant development by 2025 with a targeted investment of $10 billion across 6 countries primarily located in the Middle East and North Africa MENA region. This initiative is part of the broader Belt and Road Initiative BRI launched in 2013 designed to enhance global trade connectivity through extensive infrastructure projects particularly focusing on digital connectivity through advanced technologies such as 5G. Key phases of implementation. 1. Initial framework and investments 2023 to 2024. The first phase will focus on establishing foundational digital infrastructure in the targeted nations which include Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Algeria, Morocco, and Oman. This will involve substantial investments directed toward developing telecom networks, satellite communications, and data centers. Partnerships will be formed with local governments and technology firms to build the necessary infrastructure, enabling a robust digital backbone for future initiatives. 2. Expansion of digital services 2024. In the second phase, the focus will shift to enhancing digital services and e-commerce platforms. This includes facilitating smoother cross-border trade and commerce, particularly in countries like Egypt and Saudi Arabia, which are actively working to digitize their economies. The introduction of digital services is expected to boost economic activities and improve trade efficiency. 3. Regulatory frameworks 2024 to 2025. Establishing comprehensive legal and regulatory frameworks for data governance and cybersecurity will be crucial in the third phase. This effort, referred to as tech diplomacy, aims to navigate the complex geopolitical landscape, especially considering the existing tensions surrounding Chinese technology in Western nations. The goal is to create an environment conducive to technological adoption while addressing security and privacy concerns. 4. Final integration and connectivity 2025. The fourth phase will involve the seamless integration of digital services across the 6 countries, enhancing connectivity and cooperation. This phase will ensure that the digital infrastructure is not only advanced but also resilient and secure. The integration will facilitate collaborative projects and initiatives that leverage digital technologies for economic growth. 5. Evaluation and adaptation post-2025. Following the implementation, a continuous evaluation process will be established to assess the effectiveness of the initiative and adapt it based on technological advancements and geopolitical shifts. This phase will ensure that the DSR remains relevant and effective in promoting digital connectivity and economic growth in the MENA region. Common key points across sources. Focus on digital infrastructure. All sources highlight the critical need for improving digital infrastructure as a means to strengthen economic ties between China and MENA countries. The DSR is seen as an essential tool for achieving this goal. Geopolitical implications. The DSR is viewed as a strategic initiative for China to enhance its influence in the MENA region traditionally dominated by U.S. interests. The absence of bans on Chinese tech companies in the region allows for smoother implementation compared to Western nations. Regional economic growth. Enhanced digital connectivity is expected to drive economic growth in MENA countries, with local governments viewing the DSR as a pathway to modernization and technological advancement. Differences between sources. Security concerns. Some sources emphasize the security implications of Chinese technology and its potential impact on data sovereignty, while others focus on the economic opportunities presented by the DSR. Implementation speed and challenges. There are varying opinions on the speed of implementation, with some sources suggesting rapid progress and others cautioning against potential delays due to regulatory challenges and geopolitical tensions. Conclusion. The Digital Silk Road represents a monumental investment by China aimed at transforming digital connectivity in the MENA region by 2025. This initiative is expected to enhance trade communication and economic development while navigating complex geopolitical landscapes. The success of this ambitious project will heavily rely on effective collaboration between China and the respective nations, as well as the establishment of a secure and robust digital infrastructure that meets the evolving needs of the region. The DSR is not just a technological initiative, it embodies China's strategic vision for its role in the global economy and its relationships with key regional players. The outcomes of this initiative will significantly influence the economic landscape of the MENA region and the global digital economy at large. The implementation of the Digital Silk Road DSR by China through a planned $10 billion investment across 6 countries by 2025 reveals several counterintuitive insights regarding its impact and implications. 1. Perception of Chinese technology. Western narrative versus MENA acceptance. While Western nations have raised significant security concerns regarding Chinese technology, particularly with companies like Huawei, the MENA countries exhibit a contrasting stance. They are actively embracing these technologies, suggesting a divergence in geopolitical narratives. This acceptance may seem counterintuitive given the prevalent discourse around cybersecurity threats associated with Chinese tech. 2. Economic growth versus geopolitical tensions. Economic collaboration amid political rivalries. Despite ongoing geopolitical tensions, particularly between the US and China, MENA countries are pursuing economic collaboration with China through DSR initiatives. This contradicts the expectation that heightened geopolitical tensions would lead to a decrease in bilateral economic engagements. Instead, MENA countries are leveraging Chinese investments to bolster their economies, which can be perceived as a rational economic choice amid shifting global power dynamics. 3. Investment in digital infrastructure versus regulatory challenges. Rapid digitalization amid regulatory gaps. The rapid pace at which MENA countries are adopting digital services and technologies despite existing regulatory gaps and potential delays challenges the notion that regulatory frameworks are a prerequisite for technological advancement. This suggests that economic imperatives may drive digital adoption more than regulatory readiness, highlighting a potential disconnect between policy formulation and practical implementation. 4. Focus on cybersecurity. Cybersecurity as a tool for cooperation. The emphasis on establishing robust cybersecurity frameworks might initially seem like a defensive posture against external threats. However, it also serves as a facilitator for deeper cooperation between China and MENA countries. This duality, focusing on security while promoting collaboration, indicates a nuanced understanding of cybersecurity not merely as a protective measure but as an enabler of economic and technological partnerships. 5. Regional economic diversification. Balancing global influences. The pursuit of DSR investments represents a strategic maneuver by MENA countries to diversify their economic partnerships away from traditional Western allies, primarily the US. This shift is counterintuitive as it suggests that nations traditionally reliant on Western economic support are willing to pivot towards China, indicating a broader trend of multipolarity in international relations that challenges the dominance of Western powers. These counterintuitive insights demonstrate the complexity of the Digital Silk Road's implementation and its broader implications for global trade, technology, and geopolitical relations in the MENA region and beyond. The report on the implementation of China's Digital Silk Road DSR by 2025 outlines a comprehensive plan that involves a substantial investment of $10 billion across 6 countries in the Middle East and North Africa, MENA. While the report covers key phases and expected outcomes, several important aspects may be overlooked by many readers, yet they hold significant implications for regional geopolitics, technology governance, and economic dynamics. 1. The role of tech diplomacy. One critical element that often goes unnoticed is the concept of tech diplomacy mentioned in the report. This term refers to the diplomatic strategies employed by nations to influence technology standards, regulations, and the governance of digital spaces. The report highlights that the DSR will not only facilitate infrastructure development but will also require robust legal frameworks for data governance and cybersecurity. Significance. The establishment of tech diplomacy is significant because it reflects how nations navigate complex geopolitical landscapes, particularly in a region where Western nations have been wary of Chinese technology. Countries in the MENA region will need to balance their relations with the US and China while developing their own regulatory frameworks. This balancing act could lead to divergent tech governance models across the region, impacting everything from privacy rights to digital trade norms. 2. Geopolitical implications of digital infrastructure. The report mentions the geopolitical implications of the DSR but does not delve deeply into how this digital connectivity could alter power dynamics in the MENA region. The DSR is positioned as a strategic tool for China to enhance its influence in a region traditionally dominated by US interests. Significance. The significance of this shift lies in the potential for a realignment of alliances and power structures. As MENA countries become more digitally interconnected with China, they may begin to lean more towards Chinese standards and practices, potentially sidelining Western influence. This could also impact U.S. foreign policy in the region, prompting a re-evaluation of how it engages with MENA states amid growing Chinese investment and influence. 3. Potential for economic disparities. While the report emphasizes the economic growth potential through enhanced digital connectivity, it often overlooks the risk of creating economic disparities among the participating countries. The DSR may benefit countries with better pre-existing infrastructure and digital capabilities, while others may struggle to catch up. Significance. This potential disparity can lead to uneven economic development within the region, exacerbating existing inequalities. Countries that are unable to leverage the DSR effectively might find themselves further marginalized, leading to social and economic tensions. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for policymakers as they navigate the implementation of the DSR. 4. Data sovereignty and cybersecurity concerns. The establishment of robust legal and regulatory frameworks for data governance is highlighted, yet the complexities surrounding data sovereignty and cybersecurity are not fully explored. Given the history of Western concerns over Chinese tech companies, particularly regarding data privacy and security, these issues merit closer examination. Significance. The significance of these concerns is twofold. Firstly, the efficacy of cybersecurity measures will be critical in building trust among MENA nations and their citizens regarding the use of Chinese technology. Secondly, as countries grapple with the implications of data sovereignty, who controls data generated within their borders, there may be pushback or resistance against Chinese-led infrastructure, leading to further geopolitical tensions. 5. Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) alignment. The report provides an overview of the DSR's economic implications but lacks a discussion on how this initiative aligns with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). The emphasis on digital infrastructure development could intersect with various SDGs such as industry innovation, sustainable cities, and economic growth. Significance. Aligning the DSR with SDGs could enhance its legitimacy and cooperative potential within the international community. It could also attract additional investment from international partners interested in sustainable development. Conversely, neglecting this alignment could result in pushback from global stakeholders who prioritize environmental and social governance in their investment decisions. 6. Cultural and social impacts. While the report focuses heavily on technological and economic aspects, it overlooks the cultural and social dimensions of the DSR's implementation. The introduction of Chinese technology and digital platforms may have profound impacts on local cultures and societal norms. Significance. Understanding these cultural implications is essential for fostering acceptance and integration of the DSR initiatives within MENA societies. Resistance may arise if local populations perceive that their cultural identities are being eroded or if they feel sidelined in the digital economy. Engaging with local communities and addressing social concerns will be crucial for the long-term success of the DSR. 7. Post-implementation adaptation and evaluation. The report concludes with a mention of ongoing assessments post-2025 to adapt the initiative based on technological advancements and geopolitical shifts. However, it does not specify how these evaluations will be conducted or who will be involved. Significance. Establishing a clear framework for post-implementation evaluation is critical for ensuring the DSR's success. This process should involve a diverse array of stakeholders including local governments, businesses and civil society to ensure that the initiative remains responsive to the needs and priorities of the countries involved. Failure to implement a robust evaluation mechanism could lead to stagnation or misalignment with the evolving needs of the region. Conclusion. The report on the Digital Silk Road presents an ambitious plan for enhancing digital connectivity in the MENA region. However, several critical elements, such as tech diplomacy, geopolitical implications, economic disparities, data sovereignty, alignment with sustainable development goals, cultural impacts, and post-implementation evaluation, require deeper exploration. Recognizing and addressing these often overlooked aspects will be essential for the successful implementation of the DSR and for navigating the complex geopolitical landscape that it seeks to influence. 1. Investment and economic implications. The Digital Silk Road DSR initiative entails a significant $10 billion investment primarily across 6 countries in the MENA region, which is indicative of China's commitment to enhancing digital infrastructure. This investment is expected to stimulate economic growth, modernize industries, and facilitate smoother cross-border trade. The DSR will likely transform the economies of participating countries by improving their digital capabilities, thereby creating new market opportunities and enhancing their global competitiveness. 2. Geopolitical dynamics and tech diplomacy. The DSR operates within a complex geopolitical landscape, particularly as it challenges the historical dominance of U.S. influence in the MENA region. The initiative is seen as a strategic tool for China to expand its influence and create stronger ties with countries that are traditionally allied with the West. The concept of tech diplomacy is crucial here as it encompasses the need for these nations to navigate the geopolitical tensions associated with Chinese technology, especially in light of security concerns raised by Western nations. The establishment of regulatory frameworks for data governance and cybersecurity will be vital for balancing these relationships. 3. Phased implementation strategy. The DSR's implementation is structured across 5 key phases, which include initial investments, expansion of digital services, establishment of regulatory frameworks, final integration, and post-implementation evaluation. This phased approach ensures systematic development, allowing for adaptability to technological advancements and geopolitical shifts. Each phase is interconnected, highlighting the importance of foundational infrastructure before expanding digital services and ensuring robust legal structures to support these technologies. For security and data sovereignty concerns, while the DSR presents numerous opportunities for economic modernization and growth, it also raises critical concerns regarding security and data sovereignty. The implementation of advanced technologies such as 5G could lead to vulnerabilities in data protection and privacy. Countries in the MENA region must develop comprehensive legal frameworks that address these concerns, ensuring that their digital infrastructure is secure and resilient against potential cyber threats. The varying perspectives on these security issues underscore the need for careful management of foreign technology and its implications on national security and data sovereignty. 1. The Marshall Plan 1948–1952. The Marshall Plan was a U.S. initiative aimed at providing economic assistance to European countries after World War II. With a budget of around $12 billion, approximately $140 billion in today's dollars. The plan sought to rebuild war-torn regions, remove trade barriers, modernize industry, and improve European prosperity. The initiative was also aimed at preventing the spread of communism by stabilizing economies, thereby fostering political stability. The plan was implemented in phases, starting with the assessment of needs, followed by the allocation of funds and resources, and finally the evaluation of outcomes. The Marshall Plan significantly contributed to the economic recovery of Europe and helped to create a strong transatlantic alliance. 2. The U.S. Global Health Initiative 2009, launched by President Obama. This initiative aimed to address global health challenges, particularly in developing countries. The program focused on several key areas, including the prevention of HIV, AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, along with maternal and child health. Over the course of the initiative, the U.S. invested billions of dollars in health programs training healthcare workers and improving healthcare infrastructure in numerous countries across Africa and Asia. The initiative emphasized a phased approach, starting with the assessment of existing health challenges, followed by targeted funding and policies, and finally the integration of services to create a more resilient healthcare system. 3. The European Union's Digital Single Market Strategy 2015. This strategy aimed to create a seamless digital economy across EU member states, enhancing digital connectivity and reducing barriers to online trade. The initiative included investment in digital infrastructure, the establishment of common regulations for data protection and cybersecurity, and the promotion of digital literacy among citizens. The implementation of the strategy was carried out in phases, which included the development of digital regulations, investments in broadband infrastructure, and the establishment of a legal framework for e-commerce. The digital single market has aimed to boost the EU's global competitive position, drive economic growth, and foster innovation across member states. Future outlook: implementation of the Digital Silk Road by 2025. As the Digital Silk Road (DSR) initiative progresses toward its targeted completion by 2025, several key predictions can be made regarding its impact on the Middle East and North Africa MENA region, particularly in the context of the planned $10 billion investment across 6 countries. The DSR is poised to reshape digital connectivity, enhance economic growth, and influence geopolitical dynamics. 1. Technological integration and infrastructure development. By 2025, we expect a significant advancement in digital infrastructure within the MENA region. The DSR's initial framework phase will lead to the establishment of robust telecommunications networks, satellite communications, and data centers. Countries like Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Iraq will see improved connectivity, enabling the enhancement of digital services and e-commerce platforms. This infrastructure development is likely to facilitate smoother cross-border trade, creating new economic opportunities and integrating local economies into global digital markets. 2. Increased e-commerce and digital services. As digital services expand in 2024, regional economies will increasingly leverage e-commerce to drive growth. The DSR is expected to catalyze the growth of local digital enterprises, streamline cross-border trade, and foster innovation in sectors like fintech, logistics, and e-governance. MENA countries, particularly those investing in digital transformation, will likely witness accelerated economic modernization, reducing reliance on traditional sectors and creating jobs in technology-driven industries. 3. Regulatory evolution and cybersecurity frameworks. The establishment of legal and regulatory frameworks for data governance and cybersecurity will be a critical focus between 2024 and 2025. The implementation of robust data protection laws will be essential as digital services proliferate. Countries participating in the DSR are expected to enact regulations that balance security concerns with the need for technological advancement, ensuring that their digital economies are safeguarded against cyber threats and data breaches. The emphasis on tech diplomacy will help navigate the geopolitical challenges associated with Chinese technology, particularly in a region historically influenced by Western powers. 4. Geopolitical landscape shift. China's increasing influence through the DSR is likely to alter the geopolitical dynamics in the MENA region. As the US reduces its presence and focus in the region, countries may look toward China as a major strategic partner. This shift may lead to a recalibration of alliances with Middle Eastern nations seeking to balance relations between the US and China. The DSR may also provide China with enhanced leverage in diplomatic negotiations, particularly in areas such as energy security and infrastructure investment. 5. Long-term economic growth and resilience. In the post-2025 landscape, the DSR is expected to contribute to sustained economic growth in the MENA region. The investment in digital infrastructure can enhance economic resilience by diversifying economies away from oil dependency and stimulating sectors such as technology, tourism, and renewable energy. As the DSR matures, countries that successfully integrate digital technologies into their economies may become attractive destinations for foreign investment and innovation, further solidifying their economic standing on the global stage. Conclusion. The implementation of the Digital Silk Road by 2025 represents a transformative opportunity for the MENA region, promising advancements in digital infrastructure, increased economic integration, and a shift in geopolitical dynamics. As countries navigate the complexities of regulatory frameworks and security concerns, the DSR could serve as a catalyst for modernization and growth, positioning the MENA region as a crucial player in the emerging global digital economy. The success of this initiative will depend on effective collaboration, strategic partnerships, and the establishment of resilient digital ecosystems that can adapt to future technological advancements and geopolitical shifts.